Good evening. Sydney bushfire disaster. Communities scarred, blackened, lives in ruins. I'm in the centre of the devastated Blue Mountains where fire devoured street after street, home after home. At this stage, 81 properties have been destroyed, but that number will rise as only 30% of the fire ground has been assessed. The deadly bushfires took no prisoners, their boundaries unlimited. Tonight we have reporters across the state as the danger enters night 2. Damien Ryan begins our extended coverage.
In communities scattered across the state, the journey back was always going to be heartbreaking.
Been able to salvage anything, or can you see anything?
What I've got on and what the kids are wearing.
In the Blue Mountains, they braced themselves for the worst, but that was still not enough.
Oh, just walking down the street, just looks like a war zone. And then, yeah, seeing all your belongings and everything that you've worked so hard for so long, it's just gone in an instant.
They fled with nothing and they found nothing. It was confronting and daunting, families picking through the ruins of what was yesterday their homes.
That looks like it might be all that's left of hundreds of books that were in this room and at the other end of the house.
Down the road, a father recovers what looks like a toy. He can offer his daughter little else.
40-odd years of life, photos.
All her stuff, her school stuff, her photos as a baby. Just everything. Things that can't be replaced.
And as we awoke to the devastation, confirmation that the worst bushfire to hit the state in more than a decade had claimed a life. 63-year-old Walter Linder collapsed from a heart attack while defending his home in Lake Marmora on the Central Coast. No doubt a tragedy, but still a great escape.
Get out of there, mate. Get out of there.
Hundreds, if not thousands, of lives were at risk when the perfect firestorm unleashed its fury and then refused to die.
A number of units have been responded to this location, but unfortunately they're unable to get in here because of the firestorm. And now I think it's time we moved.
Through the afternoon and into the night, more than 90 fires burned as residents in the danger zone came together at evacuation centres.
Absolutely black.
They shared stories.
There's a boy from our school whose house burnt down and he's in the middle of his HSC, so what are you going to do about that?
And nightmares.
It's a shame because we lost Doggy.
And as people comforted each other, there was no rest on the front line. At Heatherbrae near Newcastle, it became a pitched battle to defend property. Buckets of water against a wall of flame. It seemed hopeless until the brigade arrived. It was symbolic of the events of the past 24 hours. The Rural Fire Service coming to our rescue yet again. The Commissioner overwhelmed by their bravery.
Your people saved lives yesterday.
We've got the best firefighters in the world. They are second to none. We can only be proud of what's unravelled in the last 24 hours.
And 2 volunteers paid a price for their courage, suffering burns after being hit by a fireball at Mount Victoria and Mount Annan. One is undergoing skin grafts. 2 residents are also being treated for burns.
Your crews did a very good job yesterday.
Oh, they're doing extraordinary work right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but good on them, mate.
Yeah.
The state's most well-known volunteer firefighter dropped by to rally the troops in the mountains.
You're doing something very, very important too for the community, so well done.
He's also offered financial support for the victims of what is the first natural disaster he's faced since becoming Prime Minister.
The standard disaster relief arrangements are now in place. The New South Wales government will be dispensing money and the Commonwealth will be picking up at least 50% of the tab.
And the tab is expected to run into the billions, counting the costs and still trying to put out the fires. Both monumental tasks, especially when you think we are still more than a month away from the start of summer. Damien Ryan, 9.